come May the 18th, how does the fight go? And is Oleksandr Usyk the toughest opponent you faced?
I don't know, because I've never fought him before, so I couldn't really answer the question.
Based on
performances?
What?
I don't know.
Heavyweight?
Styles make fights. Yeah. That's what happens. Yeah. He's only had 2 or 3 fights at heavyweight, and to be honest, I haven't been that impressed with him. He does what.
Open your eyes.
He does what he's got to do. He's got his wins. He's been paid. He gets the job done and goes home. So that's what it's about. Is he good enough to beat the Gypsy King? I don't think so. But good luck to him. If he is, he is. If he is, I'll shake his hand. If he's not, in the end again, I roll on to another one. It is what it is.
Do you believe you can stop Oleksandr Usyk?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll take him out inside 7 rounds.
Okay.
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury as he answers some questions that needs to be answered. He says that he's never fought Oleksandr Usyk before, so he doesn't know. Styles make fights, and we'll see when it happens. If he wins, hey, I'll shake his hand. If not, I'll move on to the next one. But he did say he thinks he'll stop Oleksandr Usyk in the first 7 rounds. And let me counterpunch. What Tyson Fury said, is absolutely right. You know what I like about Tyson? He'll give you another interview where he'll be just totally off the chain and just outright and brash and, rude and, all these things. But then you'll have these calm moments before the storm where he's like, well, I don't really know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? And it makes you wonder, okay, which Tyson Fury is this? Is this the truthful one? Or just another personality of Tyson the Gypsy King, But if I had to guess, I would say this particular Tyson Fury, the way he's talking, he's not outraged, he's not amped, he's calm, he's just kind of mellow. I think that this is probably the most honest, logical, reasonable Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Because this Tyson Fury will cause him to go on in his career, win, lose, or draw the right way. Especially if he loses. See, if he loses to Oleksandr Usyk, these are receipts. Like, hey, well, I didn't know what I was dealing with. If you think about Tyson Fury and Usyk for a minute, just for a second, the realities of both men, they have never came together at all. Not for sparring, not for amateurs, not anywhere. They've never been in the ring together, not even once. Sure, they've been in there with the same people, Chisora and Klitschko and, these guys, but they've never been, even Joe Joyce, but they've never been in there together. And we're looking at a present that we've never seen, that no one's ever seen until it's unraveled. And Tyson Fury saying, well, hey, I think I'll stop him within 7 rounds. I wouldn't agree with that, okay? See, for me, that's just like Holyfield saying in the first fight where he got a draw, and everybody went their separate ways after that draw, wrongfully, I might add, where he vowed to knock out Lennox Lewis in 3 rounds. If you guys can remember it, after the 3rd round, mentally he was depleted. A little bit physically, but I think that was more mentally because he saw it and he believed that he was going to take out Lennox Lewis in the 3rd round, in round 3. Tyson Fury saying, well, hey, I'll take him out within the first 7 rounds. Well, that means you're putting a cap on what you can do. Well, what happens when round 8, round 9, round 10, round 11, round 12? What happens in these last 5 rounds when you have to perform after your prediction mentally, probably spiritually, has been claimed and vowed that, hey, I'm going to do this particular thing in this particular time, and when it doesn't happen, what normally happens? people lose steam, people lose faith, especially when they really believe what they're going to do. You know, and because they really believed it, they didn't have anything on reserve. They didn't have anything left. Now you say, well, what do you mean? Well, if Tyson Fury really tried to knock him out in 7 rounds, you're going to see an exciting fight on the side of Fury in the first 7. If it lasts that long, if his prediction's true, right? So if he feels like I'm going to take out Oleksandr Usyk in 7 rounds and that doesn't happen, look for a no se dive. Look for a nosedive. Look for that. Because if you see Tyson, and then Oleksandr Usyk weathers that storm, still gets his punches in, then if it's anywhere competitive between the two in the first 7 rounds, and then you get the no se dive, right? Then rounds 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 will all belong to Usyk simply because he will already be working, and you know how his mentality is. His work rate is going to increase based on what happens. Okay, so Usyk, I'm not even sure that he's necessarily a slow starter, but we definitely know he's a strong finisher. Okay, so that's what we got to worry about and take into account when Tyson Fury makes a prediction like that. But I will leave you guys with this in favor of Tyson Fury. That's the right attitude to have anyway, because you have to stop that rabbit, that Energizer bunny rabbit. You have to stop it. Because if you don't stop it, it ain't going to stop. You got to snatch that battery out of that rabbit simply because that's what's going to keep going. And I think that sucker's rechargeable round after round. You know, unless people, he gets old overnight. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, vowing to knock out Oleksandr Usyk within the first 7 rounds. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!